when we think about embodiment, and we think about the levels of embodiment and the types of embodiment with these tools, it is really, really important that we are understanding what this embodiment is speaking to. Sometimes it is emotions that are actually have their roots in primary pain. Sometimes it is not. But what we have to be very careful about in practice is that we don't assume that one is many. We don't assume one is all. We don't assume that because we have access to particular emotions, that gives us access to primary pain, because it does not. It doesn't give us access to core wounding, because it does not. Not necessarily. The difference between general emotions and trauma, they might not be connected. They may be connected, but they may not be. And this is about specificity. So I love your question. How do you know the difference between general emotions and trauma? Very often people will move on a scale, if they're lucky and if they have a good practitioner, they'll move on a scale, they'll move towards the primary pain. Sometimes people don't, and that might be your clients. Sometimes people are showing up in the heart of primary pain, so they're very fluidly accessing that real difficult pain. And as you work with that, there's a deepening to that. But the idea that because somebody's connected to emotion does not mean that they will have access to primary pain. Does that make sense?